Hello, and today I'm going to show you how to set up an Airblown inflatable, or a balloon, or a blow up, or whatever you want to call them. They're called Airblown inflatables, but sometimes people call them blow ups or balloons, or whatever. This one's a 5-foot Easter bunny with 2 eggs. There's also several different kinds of other ones for Halloween and Christmas. There's a lot of different other ones. I'm going to be using this one as an example. So, how to set one up and how to assemble it. First things first is, what you want to do is open up your Airblown inflatable box. As soon as you open it, you'll see a white box. Set that to the side for now. You will need that though. Instructions, you don't need them because you're watching this video. And stakes and tethers, or strings and nails. Bigger inflatables, ones with base fans, have plastic stakes. You use those for the tethers or the strings, and these metal ones you insert where the base is. These ones you use for the strings and for the tether attachments. This is a cheap fan one. I'll explain later how to set that up. We'll set those to the side because you will need them if you're outside. Inside, no. Next, take your inflatable out the box with the bag. Set the box to the side. Don't need the instructions, throw them away or whatever. Just take the inflatable out of the bag. Set the bag to the side or throw it away or whatever. The white box. Open your white box. You'll see an adapter plug, which is this thing. Set that to the side. You will need that. White box is useless. Here's the fan on these. These are cheap fans and stuff. You don't stake down these. Instead, there are tether attachments on the side that are basically touching the ground, and you take the nail and slide it right through and hammer it in or push it in. Whenever you inflate an inflatable, you want to make sure your zipper is closed. Some inflatables have more than one zipper, but these ones usually only have one zipper. But if they're like one with like a sound box, like the organ dancers, or like a haunted house or something, or like a really big like 12-footer possibly, it might have 2 zippers, or some inflatables have 10 zippers or more, or some have like 7 or 6. So yeah, there's a a twist tie that's on the cord. You want to take that off. And then what you want to do is set up the adapters. The holes, there's only one way it can go in. The part where it's flat goes like this into the adapter. I'm gonna push it in quick. Next thing you want to do is take this plastic screw cover and screw it over the adapter until like that. And it gets harder and harder to screw it in, so that's pretty good. So you did that. Next thing you want to do is spread out the inflatable a little bit. Next, plug it in. Since it's your first time inflating the inflatable, you probably will have to help it up. Some inflatables you have to help up all the time. Some inflatables always get up by themselves, so we'll let this one inflate. I'm going to pause the video, then when it's fully inflated, get back to the video. Alright, so the inflator is basically fully inflated. The one that I'm using is actually a good example because this one is not really top heavy, but it keeps leaning, so this would be a perfect example. You grab the stakes and tethers and go into the back where the fan is. Some inflatables you'll find them in the front and the back, and some side to side. This one has them on side to side, like right here. The tether attachments are usually about 1 inch off the ground. You take the stake, slide it through here, and then have it down like that into the ground. And there's another one. Sometimes there's 3, sometimes there's 4. This one, like little scenes like this, we'll usually have some on the other sides too. Some do, but some don't. Then the ones that are higher up, like where the body is or where the necks are, you clip in the strings or the tethers. They have these little black clip things, and you just push them in, or if not, just tie a knot. If you're really struggling, pull it down, take the nail, and insert it through the little hole at the bottom of the string, like that one right there. Sorry, not that one. Where in the world are they? Oh, right, there's one. Like this one right here. Slide through there and hammer it in, or you can push it in with your hand. I wouldn't recommend pushing it with your hand, but push with your, use a hammer. Ones with 4 legs, you have to unclick the 4 legs. Some you don't have to. If they're straight, don't unclick them because you might break them. But they're usually for like the ones, like the big ones, like the Oregon carriage here, for example, and like the Oregon train down there, and a couple others have them. However, some bigger inflators have more than 1 fan. Some have 2 and 3 fans because of how big they are. And most inflatables, like big ones, like these ones, you'll have 4 strings. Some even have, the 16 footers come with 8 strings. And some 18.5 footers, like the big scenes, have 8 strings too. Some have 6 strings too. Then the little 4-foot ones, not this one, however, but ones that, if it was just this 4-foot bunny, would have 2 strings. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You can use these things outside. Don't inflate them in the wind, rain. Rain, if it's light drizzle, it's fine, but don't inflate them in the snow unless you clean them up, clear off the snow on them. And don't inflate them in bad windstorms, especially. If there's bad wind, like a hurricane or something, take them down, because they will blow away. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions about how to set up an inflator, leave a comment down below, and take care. Bye.